Now we shall come to our topic, how to read and understand RCC drawings. I am here going to give much focus on what a site engineer uh, should do when the site engineer receives the structural drawings from the office. So whatever the office work or the drawings that are prepared in the office, I'm not going to talk much about them. As against, I'm going to talk about what we have to do as a site engineer when the drawings are received. And before directly going to the RCC drawings, first of all, let us try to compare the office drawings and the execution on the site. Okay. So these 3 to 4 points, I just thought that there is a very significant difference between the 2 points. If you see in an office, whatever the drawings are prepared, they all are in millimeter. Their dimension is millimeter. And on site, site engineers along with laborers have to deal with the dimensions in feet and inches. So here is a very big a challenge for a newcomer as a site engineer to convert all the dimensions into feet and inches, because we as a student at UG level or at diploma level, we are not much acquainted with these conversion units. And even if they are even if you are convergent with these unit conversions, then uh, it may be easy to certain level, but when the distances are too small, like 1 inch, how much is that in millimeters or centimeters, we just don't know exactly. Second difference is that drawings are drafted with more accuracy. Yes, let us say one dimension is of 100 mm, so how much is that dimension in inches or feet? Correct. So that much accurate unit of inches, it is not possible to build maybe at certain times. So you have to carry out the construction work with some adjustment. So the execution part on site, it may involve certain adjustments in dimensions. Then design in the office work, design is carried out from the slab level, because load transfer we know, slab to beam, beam to column, column to footing, and so on. But on the site, it starts exactly in the reverse order. We have to first of all receive the foundation plan, and then we are starting with the excavation of the foundations, footings, lay the formwork, reinforcement, concreting, and then come to slab level, isn't it? There are so many things. So here working style is exactly opposite to each other, if you see first 3 points. Then last point is design and drawing is carried out assuming ideal conditions, isn't it? And execution, it is to be adjusted as per the situation. For example, I have given here casting of slab in a rainy season. Heavy rains are coming down, and client does not allow you to stop his work, isn't it? So in that case, site engineer, laborers, everyone on site is supposed to work irrespective of any extreme conditions, because any stoppage in the construction, it may result in loss on the client side. So client is not ready to stop, and you have to adjust with the present situation, and you are supposed to carry ahead your work. So these are the some of the significant differences I could see as per my experience.